Welcome back, you guys, to another episode of the Spirits of the Streets podcast.
Yes, sir.
Today in the building, my guy James Jobs in the building.
Yes, sir. What's happening?
How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling great. How about you?
I'm alive. I'm blessed. This shit's just been, going good for real, for real.
That's great.
A little bit of ups and downs, but we managing.
We managing.
We gonna figure it out.
Exactly.
Always. So for the people out there that don't know who you are and what you do, can you let us know a little bit about that?
Yeah. So the name is James Jobs. It's spelled JMZ, JBZ. Some people think that my name is JMZ, but it's James Jobs. And so I come from Yuma, Arizona. It's about 3 hours southwest of here. It's right on the border of Mexico. And so I was raised there pretty much all my life. I've been all around, but raised there. And then I moved out to Phoenix out here in 2020.
Fire. So recently, damn.
Yeah, it was actually the pandemic is what brought me out here.
Really? Wow. So in the time where everybody was like chilling out, you was like moving.
Yeah. No, shit was on the move. Yeah. As soon as the shit hit.
So like, I feel like I definitely have been to Yuma, and it's a small town vibes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, because I was in Casa Grande for a bit. I don't know if you're familiar with Casa Grande, but it's small town vibes.
Definitely.
So how was the music scene, or were you even creating music in Yuma? So
there's hella talented people in Yuma, super talented people, but because of the culture of the city, a lot of it takes like a few years. Like you really got to build the groundwork before people really start respecting you. Like a few of like the OG artists from Yuma is like Lucky Luck, A-Dub the Prodigy.
Fire.
Who else? Just the whole Young Cavi, of course.
Fire. Okay.
And he had started a whole like label and everything. And he was one of the people that originally schooled me on like music business. Like this is how you market. Like this is how you can afford your own recording equipment.
Fire.
So, like shit like
that's
that.
Cool to have people like that in your corner where like they want to teach you the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of like hoard the information and like try to like hold you out or charge you or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real. That's why like me and him, we're still cool to this day. Like he still is like that to me, like a mentor and a friend to me still. So
we were kind of talking a little bit off camera, but like the main focus of everything is producing music.
Yeah, absolutely. Producer first,
right?
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to like producing music, like what are your inspirations to creating that, or like how did you get into that?
So I was raised in church, so that's where like I first saw that many instruments being played at one time. That's fire, yeah. That type of I don't know how many times you've been to church or if you've seen like a Holy Ghost reaction in somebody.
I've never seen one in person.
Yeah,
I've seen the videos, of course. I see the shit, but never in person.
So being 3-4 years old and seeing like the looks on people's faces and the hands going up and the tears going down.
That's
and, like,
a lot.
The song is getting
very
you
impactful.
Feel it getting stronger and stronger, and you're just like,
whoa,
I want to learn that. Yeah, so from a very, very young age, as soon as like church was over, I was the little kid that was running on stage trying to like bang on drums and like figure it out like from that age. Yeah,
that's very inspirational. Like as far as like feeling the music, you said that like you can feel the music getting louder and stronger or whatnot. And you just having that like even ear for it so young, like. And now you're producing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of people wouldn't have noticed that. A lot of people don't notice the rhythm of it or like the the drops or this and that.
And that's good point. for real. Like little things like that. And I make sure to put that in the music now, like emphasis points to where it's just like, drop the beat out right here and then say something that people are going to remember. So that if you play it live, if you play it in the club, or even if you play it in the store and they're bobbing around to it, at that part they want to speak out loud just because it's like that's what they remember and they have to.
Right.
It moves them, the same way.
It's got to be impactful for sure.
Impactful,
yeah. 100%, man. So just to kind of double back around with getting into music and stuff, you said that you were shooting videos for people that created music earlier, right?
Yeah. So how that started, I had learned how to drive real early, so I was like one of the first homies to have a car.
So everybody was like, "Pick me up, let's
go."
Let's
get yeah. And then one of them, he had called me talking about like, "Yo, pick me up. I'm gonna go record this video, but we gotta also go pick up the videographer, and he's in San Luis, that's pretty much Mexico at that point."
Oh wow!
So it's like,
you're crossing the border to pick this guy up, kind of.
It's like right at the border. You can see, you in his front yard, you can see the fence. Like it's just right there. Yeah. Like. And he was the one that was recording him musically, and he just had a camera, and so he was shooting the videos, and like he knew how to edit. Like he just basically had a camera and the editing software. But then homie told me like, yo, like he's not very good at this shit. If we hand you the camera, you think you could do better? I'm just like, hell yeah.
Fire.
Like, yeah.
Fire. So you started shooting videos.
So I started shooting the videos, but then and I was already learning to make beats, and then eventually like I was shooting the videos to songs that were over my beats. But at the end of the day, I was like, I don't like these songs.
Yeah.
And I'm over here shooting the video, about to like promote it, you know what I mean?
Right.
And whatnot. And it's just like,
it just didn't feel 100%.
It didn't feel 100%.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I would feel a lot better if I had someone, either shooting me who had, they knew what to do with the camera, and I'm the one that's actually rapping on this beat. I can like, because it was to the point where it was like, it was like I can make a better song, like, and it's already like I'm getting better at the beat, so it's like I can outdo this, myself. And so it started from there, and then once the videographer and the rapper, they had like fell out or whatever, so then I didn't even have a camera or nothing to work with that on, but I had a computer at home. And I still had like beat software on there that I hadn't been touching because I've been busy working with this dude. So I was like, okay, let me just start focusing on myself. And I spent what's the Kanye number? The 5 beats a day for 3 summers. That one.
Fire. Okay.
Yeah. So
5 beats a day for 3 summers.
Yeah, and my brother like
do the math. Nah, that's like 10,000 hours, like whatever it is you want to master.
Almost.
You know what I'm saying?
I actually sat down and thought about it one time, and I'm like, it's like I'm at like 9,200 something.
You know what I'm saying?
So
whether it be 9,000, 10,000, 8,000, like that's far away from one.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time invested to really master a craft.
Yeah, you got to choose it too, because like this was when I was young. I was like still 16, like still in high school.
Yeah, and still trying to figure out life and shit. And
exactly. And most kids, like when they want to figure out life or something, they're either going to join like a sports team or they're going to go get a job. Like if you're 16, like that's what you go do. And I'm over here like running around with the camera, like smoking blunts with like older people, like all that shit. Right. And it's just like, but through that, I was realizing it was like, well, shoot, I already feel too mature to just do the regular thing.
Right.
And I already know I have a gift to do.
You just believed in yourself differently,
Yeah, and it was like I was insecure about it too, though. I wasn't really like just trying to put myself out there at the same time.
Because I feel like 100% of that comes from society kind of like being like, no, you got to do this.
Yeah.
You got to get a job. That's what 16-year-olds are doing.
Right.
What you doing? What the hell you run? Like, and it makes you feel that way. So I can see like why. But I'm glad that now you like, of course we grow up. Get over that shit,
exactly,
To any young artists out there, remember, guys, like, try some new shit. You feel me? Do new things. Try new beats. Try
every day.
And
something creative.
Don't be afraid to do something you're passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
If you love it, try it. Do it. You fail, try again. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
You're gonna fail.
Exactly.
You gotta fail. Like
even at the thing that you're gonna succeed at first you're probably gonna fail at it. So
right.
like just do it again.
Just like he said, 4 or 5 beats a day for 3 summers. Like just that, and that comes from the inspiration of Kanye for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Inspiration.
But it's just like that mindset of being so driven and like wanting something, and you did it.
Yeah,
and you did it right, because like so now when it comes to producing beats and stuff, like, are you doing 5 beats a day still, or like now you just kind of chilling out with it, or like you got more of a direction with it?
Well, I could still like if I sit down at a laptop right now, I'm gonna do 5 beats, just naturally do 5 beats. It's not like back then it was for me. I was doing a boot camp like for myself, like a mental boot camp. Like you need to do 5 beats a day, like no matter even if you spend. Because there was times you get stuck on the same beat for like 2 hours. Like, this is almost perfect. This is almost perfect. You fidgeting with something. You fidgeting something. And my mom's over here getting mad. Like, get off the damn computer. So it's just like, it just comes also from that. That was just like a boot camp mentality because I know I'm going to get better if I just keep doing more. Change it up. You're going to acquire more sounds. You're going to, get a better ear for yourself. Now, I know. When I sit down, I know what type of James Jobs beat I'm gonna make. You know what I mean? So, and naturally it just kind of goes into like 5 beats, 3 to 5 beats.
Fire. So, James Jobs on all platforms.
All platforms. Yeah.
All platforms, guys. You know what that means?
JMZ, JBZ.
You go download the music.
That's Instagram and Twitter and all that too.
Add it to your playlist for real because it helps the community. Yes. Like, you got to hit that download button. You feel me? You got to actually add it to the playlist. Send it to some friends. Add it to your, Instagram stories because it helps the community for real.
Absolutely.
That's a factor. So, like I said, and down, in the description, his IG will be on there and whatever other links he wants me to put. But make sure you click those and follow those. For shorty. So, when it comes to, like, your artistry and your artist name, talk about the inspiration behind that.
Shoot, I don't know if you remember a producer named Space Ghost Perp. Do you remember
him? So yeah, name's familiar. Yeah.
That was if you're an A$AP Rocky fan, like, and you've been an A$AP Rocky fan or an A$AP Mob fan, that's very familiar to you. Or if you're an XXXTentacion fan, then you definitely have heard some songs directed at this dude. But there was a producer named Space Ghost Perp. He came out with a tape called God of Black, which, like I said, I was raised up in church, so I already was, like, not supposed to be listening to, like, rap in general.
Yeah.
But, like, I was, I don't know what year in high school that was, but I know it was early in high school. I was just really getting into, like, Dat Piff and, like blog rap, that type of stuff.
Downloading this shit and, fire.
And this, like, some kids at school were like, man, if you're really trying to get into beats, you should listen to this dude. His instrumentals are crazy. And so they told me about him. And he had these weird hieroglyphics, like, on his songs. You couldn't really tell what the name was because he was switching the letters to different things. To, like an A was actually a V, and instead of, like, an I, it was an X. And everything, he would put, like, 3 X's in a row to X out 3, like, different letters, fire. And then end it with a Z that's supposed to be an S, like, things like that.
It's like his own little language type shit,
And it ended up being called Raider Hieroglyphics. He was part of he was the leader of a collective called Raider Clan. Wow. And so he had a really dark, distorted tone. That's the specific thing that attracted me to him, was his 808s were really distorted. And he was really going for like a 90s Memphis rap type vibe. And then he produced a song for Rocky called Pretty Flacco.
Okay.
And it was just like a distorted loop on top of really simple drums and just this same sound, just over and over. But it kept me going through the whole song because Rocky, he doesn't even really rap in that song. He's, if you a real nigga, what's your like, just very, very
vibing on it, letting the beat do its thing.
Beat, and that's when I realized, I was like, the beat is the rapper on this song.
Yeah,
Rocky is the beat. He's just keeping things. He's the one that's just keeping things going. The beat's the thing that's going crazy.
Yeah.
And so I paid way more attention to that. And so not only was the hieroglyphics the inspiration for my name, but his beats were like the inspiration for when I first started making beats.
Fire. Yeah. And what are some other, like, producers that inspired you on the way?
You gonna laugh, but honestly, the first person that I saw use FL Studio was Soulja Boy. So, and that was a huge inspiration, just to know that, like, he produced at 17, he produced his own beat, made his own dance, drew on his own glasses,
literally fire,
put on a shirt 3 times his size, put a logo on it, and it went 10 times platinum, bro. Like, so it was just like,
because it was different.
It
was different. People ain't never seen that.
I was going crazy. Like, I was just like, bro, he's on 106 in Park. I remember it's like, that's that same kid from MySpace. Like, it's like, so he was one inspiration, and his beats were just really simple.
Yeah.
But so that was another just.
And let me ask you this: what's your DAW of choice? Like,
FL Studio 20 is what I use right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get more on the Ableton though. I feel like adults use Ableton, so like.
I know some producers that literally will use Ableton,
and record
for everything.
That's what I'm saying. So I was like, shoot, I need to get more on that. But I've been
and I know that, like, Ableton, they're able to do, like, live sets too. You're able to do shit like that. So
you can just expand your palette on the Ableton.
Exactly.
So I'm just like,
like, even a lot of industry people use Fruity Loops though.
Oh, absolutely.
And, like, that shit, I don't think that's ever gonna go away.
No,
like,
it's too simple.
That shit is like,
it's too simple.
Like, and it's crazy that you say that, because I'm sure a lot of people out there, me myself included, look at that thing and we're like, what the fuck do we do on this shit? But I guess once you understand it and learn that.
Do you remember, like, the ping pong game on computer? Yeah. If you know how to figure that out, you can make beats and go platinum. I'm so serious.
No,
I'm so serious. If you
I'm
know,
telling you, I probably suck at that game or something. Because listen, I tried to make beats and I did okay, but it was a bunch of loops and samples mixed together.
Did you ever make, like, a presentation in 5th grade on the computer?
Yeah.
If you can do that, you can make a beat and go platinum. I'm telling you, it's the
fact.
easiest thing in the world. It's as easy as that. Once you just sit down, because at first that thing is just like, okay, how do I paint a picture on this dang computer? 100%. But then once you know how to do it, it's just like, oh, this is literally a kid thing.
Yeah, facts.
It's
fun.
It's
though.
a computer game. It's a computer game. It's
as
like,
far as
cool.
like, especially when me just watching a lot of, because I have a lot of producer friends, a lot of different friends, a lot of that do different things, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, the one thing about it that everybody has like in common is just the workflow, finding a flow, finding a rhythm that you're creating, you know, and that's why I love creatives, and I love, you know, people that create shit.
Yeah, even my roommate, his name's E Squad. He's been producing my stuff since like 2017. Like, obviously I make my own stuff too, but he co-produces or even produces the whole beat on some of my biggest songs on SoundCloud. So him, like I was saying, I did the whole like 5 beats a day for 3 summers. He was the complete opposite. Like I grew up like learning instruments, putting like talking about 10,000 hours. This dude just kind of asked me one day, like just kind of hopped in the group chat, hey, how do I download FL? I'm bored type thing. It was like, I'm just gonna hop into this.
Yeah,
like,
let me try it.
Yeah, and then
homie was sick or what? He was just crazy
he just like, he don't even know how to do a chord. Like, if you put him in front of a piano, he can't play nothing, but he'll put something together. Just like, yeah, my hand landed like this, and when you hold it down, bruh, you hear that? Yeah, he just look at you and start nodding his head like, ooh, like we got something.
Like, that's him.
Yeah, no, and then I hop on. I'm like, let me put some drums behind that, and then boom.
That's dope, because like you have both aspects of like something spontaneous and then some structure too behind it.
Exactly,
you know?
and it just makes the most creative, amazing thing. Like, we make some creative shit together, man. It's amazing. Shout out to my bro, E Squad.
Hell yeah. Yo. Yeah, Sirski, thank you. Yo, I just want to take this moment right here, right now, because on this show, what I'm trying to really do is just trying to connect everybody.
Yes,
Spirit to the streets. What I'm about, what we're about here is the people.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
The community, the artists, the creators. And so, you know, a product of the week this week, I'm going to give it to my guys. Fervor, you feel me? I've been at the shop, grinding it out with them.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And basically, they got, you know, it's more than just clothes. It's more than just graphics. It's more than just, you know, what you see at the store itself, the shop. It's about passion. You feel me? It's about creatives. It's about the community. It's about the people. You know, so that's why I vouch for them and I rock with them. So we're collabing. And another thing is, we're giving away free cover arts.
Free cover art.
Anybody out there that is interested in receiving free cover art for something that you haven't dropped yet, you just, you know, DM me. I'm going to send you the email. You send me the email. Up to 3 songs. Send the songs through. And I'll put you onto the, you know, on the system. And we're picking random fans. And I'm picking also some people that I like. But for the most part, if you send me music, you have a chance to get a free cover art. And my guys are dope. Like, my guys are dope. Like,
stop playing with them.
Like, my guys are dope. Like,
don't
you know
play
what I'm saying?
with
Let me
them.
grab one from, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. You know what I'm saying? My guys are dope.
Bruh.
Like, it's just, it's art. It's dope, and I love it.
We got Bobby.
You know what I'm saying? and you know, so that's how we rocking with it. Make sure you follow them, show some love, drop some comments on all their shit, cop some merch. You know, show some love. Fervor in the building, and shout out to them because we're shooting in the shop right now.
Right now.
After hours in the mall.
Much love.
Like, come on. Who does it like
Much
that?
love.
We do it like that. Yo, but my guy James Jobs in the building today. Yo, I gotta ask, like, what attracted you to hip hop, going from like church music,
man,
and I'm sure like your family wasn't too fond of fucking bitches, this and that, and you know, we turning nuts, sipping syrup, you know.
Oh my gosh, bro.
And I'm sure now, like, and a 3-part question. I know I go everywhere with this.
No, you good.
But I feel like you keep up with me. Do they support the music now?
Right. Okay, so first was, how do I get attracted to it? I first got attracted to hip hop from a very, very, very young age. Very young age. My very, very first concert, I want to say I was 4 years old. I could have been 6, but between 4 to 6 years old. It was this Christian rapper named T-Bone and this other group called Cross Movement. and Cross Movement, they were like a Christian Wu-Tang. Like,
what?
Yeah, no, legendary
I've seen a lot
shit,
of these
bro.
things though. I've seen, because I've been to some churches where they have the hip hop.
They have their version, yeah.
And I'm like, damn, these guys they flow, they're dope, but everything's just on the good note, and they, and they're talking about praising the Lord and this and that. So they had a whole Bone Thugs.
I was gonna say, yeah. No, the T-Bone dude. So I didn't know it till I was older, and I found the group.
Right.
Like he had like a Bone Thugs type of flow to him. So I was like, okay. And that was I was like 4 or 6 years old, and that was just my older brother's CDs, just like digging into those.
Yeah.
And that's really what got me into hip hop, is digging into my brother's like CD collection, which I wasn't even supposed to be doing, but we shared a room for like the longest time, and he would leave. I'd be bored. It was just like, I know you put more than clothes in your drawers, nigga. I'm gonna see what's in here. Like that's how I found like the earliest hip hop albums that I remember. Besides those two, the first like secular, that's what it's called, like secular albums.
Fire.
Was College Dropout, and I just put that one in because it had a teddy bear on it.
Yeah. The cover.
I'm a kid, so I'm just like, there's a teddy bear on here. This was cool. And then, teddy bear sounds did not come out. It was something. Like, drug dealing just to get by. I was just like, what is this?
That's a good tape to, stumble on. That's a
that
good
was
one.
like
That's
I was
a good
just
one.
like, what is this? And then he was geeking over the song, I think it's called Slow Jams.
Yeah.
Just because he would walk around all day talking about, got a light skinned friend, look like Michael Jackson. And so all these things that he would talk like reference all day, they were all from this album. Yeah, my older brother Tyrone. Like he always wanted to get the biggest boombox possible, test it in the room first, and then in the car. Like he was always just trying to he was blasting these albums whenever he could, because obviously when my parents were there it wasn't happening, but like as soon as they leave he was like trying to blast that. And so the College Dropout, Urban Legend by T.I.,
Fire, yeah.
The Black Album by JBZ.
These are all really good tapes. These are good albums.
The next one is funny. It's like the Yin Yang Twins.
That was that energy. Hey, the Yin Yang Twins had it.
They had the energy, yeah, and Lil Jon.
And everybody going crunk. Hey, crunk music was definitely a fucking vibe.
Yeah, so as you can see, a majority of it was Southern music. It was like like crunk music, or I don't know, like what's Kanye considered? What's Chicago considered?
Kanye is his own thing. Like
Kanye is his own thing.
That
was the best answer you could
give.
get.
I don't know. There's he's hip hop, he's rap,
he changed hip hop.
He's soul, he's gospel now too. Bro, I'm just like Kanye. Just as crazy because even him, I think he was he needs to battle himself out on the verses. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, if you think about it, he's a producer and a rapper. Yeah. Just like you know what I'm saying? It's not just one thing. You don't just do one thing, you know what I'm saying? You got your different levels, different mediums of creation, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And you got so back to the church stuff and the music. Do your family support the music now or
Now, yeah. At first it was a hell no. So here's the thing, and I'll never forget this. My pops, he gave me his card and he sent me to the store for groceries. While I'm there, my favorite artist at the time was Travis Scott, and this is back in 2013, early 2013.
Fine, okay.
So he had just dropped Owl Pharaoh, that was a mixtape from way back then. So a lot of people didn't even know him. And so I passed this magazine stand, and I see the XXL Freshman, which funny enough, the list dropped today too. But
I saw that photo. I saw that.
It was probably today, a few years ago. I was passing by, they dropped the list, and I saw it in line while I'm about to pay. And I just tossed it in real quick. It was I was like, oh, $6. I can pay him $6, whatever. So I tossed it in real quick. And as soon as I get home, he's waiting for me. He's like, yo, let me see the receipt. I was like, yeah. Because I guess he got a notification on his phone of how much it was.
How much?
And he was like, that seems a little over. And then he was like, what's this XXL? What is that? What is that? I'm just like, it's a magazine. It's a hip hop magazine. He looked at it. And he literally looked at me and he was like, if this is what you want to do with your life, I'm not supporting it. And he literally said, go take that back. And he made me go back to the store and return it.
Yeah,
and then fast forward, what was it? It took a while.
Damn, you was pissed returning that magazine.
I was mad. I was like, bruh. So I just had to read it real quick on the way there. But then fast forward, I want to say. Fast forward 5 years later.
Yeah.
And like I'm past just making beats, just making videos. Like I got my own thing going. And
you're more established artist.
I'm doing my first show, like my first actual show.
Yeah.
And I'm on my way to the show, and my dad calls me. And he was like, hey, I'm not going to take too long. I know, like, you got your whole, like, show thing tonight. Like, I know it's going to go. And I kind of interrupted him. I'm like, yeah, and it's no problem if you don't want to show up. Like, I'm not expecting no family to be there. And he stops me. He's like, no, I was actually calling you to see if it's okay if I go.
Fire.
And, bro, he saw me perform in front of 300 people. You know what I mean? So, like, that was, like, the ultimate, like, come-around moment.
Yeah. That was that moment for him where he's all like...
Yeah. So he's like, oh, you do this.
Yeah.
Like... This is cool. Like, yeah. And
he definitely, seen the joy in you.
Oh, yeah.
He's seen, like, you on stage. Because I know when I'm on stage how it feels. I'm sure it feels the same for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything. It's that energy, especially when it's 300 people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people. And how was that crowd that night? They
were that was probably like my best show still. Like, that's what I'm saying. So it was like the perfect moment for me and for him. I feel like
yeah. To kind of solidify that position in his mind of like.
So it's like, okay, yeah, my son's a musician for sure.
He does this. This shit is him.
For real, like he's like, I thought you like I know for a fact in his mind he's like, I thought you was just kind of like sneaking out, smoking blunts with your friends. Like, it was like I was literally.
It's a little bit of that, but
yeah, it's a little bit. But it was like I was sneaking out to go to the studio and perfect this like. Hours, putting it in.
100%.
Yeah, so to see that was cool. So yeah, they do support it now.
That's good. That's dope, man. It's awesome to have that support system from your immediate family or your close people around you, because I feel like that just inspires you to keep going and like have that, Yeah. And then for people that don't, at the same time, like, who cares? Do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to believe in yourself more than anything.
Definitely.
Because that's what it was. Like, you believed in yourself. You could do it, put you in that position. And by you being your best and doing that, everything aligned up to where your pop seen that. Like, oh, that moment, that, that payoff moment, really, where it was like, it wasn't necessarily the biggest thing in the world, but it was a big monumental moment for both of y'all.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And that's dope, man. That's dope. So what about as far as like working with other artists and working with people? Are you open to that? Or
Oh yeah. No, I try to work with as many artists as I can, really. Like we were talking about earlier, though, I do try to be cautious, like who I'm around. Like if somebody does say something like, you might not want to work with them, I'll hear them out first, but that doesn't mean it's like gonna stop me from working with them necessarily.
Right, 100%.
But yeah, no, definitely, and especially like if I find you first, like if I find your music and I like it, I'm gonna reach out. Like
Fire.
I definitely like want to do a song with you or want to send you a beat, or even if I could point you, like you don't have any visuals, let me point you in the direction of like someone that could do that for you. Like if I like your music, I'm gonna want to see you win.
Just want to help you win, and then that's dope. That's dope because like we need more of that. We need more of that.
Definitely.
Because people, I think like the internet becomes so like people become so like used to it just being there that they don't realize that it's a big tool.
Yeah.
For networking, for connecting, for reaching out. Like you can DM 100 people. And amongst those 100 people, like a few blue checks can be mixed up in there. You're going to get a response sometimes.
It's amazing, like just what a simple mention or just like a cup, like if like don't please, and people even do this to me, and I'm not even close to famous or nothing like that. Please don't spam rappers or artists with like 300 likes in a row and 300 comments in a row just to DM a sales pitch. Wow. Like that is the worst thing in the world. And then they
be like, yo, we fuck with your music, we fuck with this,
and then you see the one message from them and you're like, well, what they say?
Yeah.
Block. Like that don't work. But if it's genuine love, it's like consistent love too, like and it's like, follow
really
me, follow
fucking
you
with
back,
someone,
that, and it's like you can send me a song and be like, yeah, I've been listening to this for 3 days, or this is in my workout play. Like genuine shit. That's when it's just like, okay, yeah, cool. What you trying to do? And then like I said, on the other side of things, if I like your shit, I'm definitely gonna be there.
I think like that's the cool part of being a producer too, because not only can you and a recording artist, not only can you do collaboration lyrically and with the beat, you can just put the placement of the beat in certain areas.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Like when
it's
you learn
like,
the business of this,
y'all have this, y'all have this. Like make a country beat, make a fucking R&B beat, make the trap beat. You know, and you can be everywhere.
And it's not even, the crazy thing is, you be doing that out of love, and it's not even about money. But then checks come with that. Like,
yo, what you put out into the universe comes back.
It's crazy.
When
like
you show love,
think,
you get love.
You think you just showing love by just alley-ooping the beat to somebody, but then little do you know, they put your name on some paperwork, and that song went off on TikTok. Like, yeah.
Right, 100%. 100%.
Like, yeah, no, it's
those
crazy.
Those placements are important.
It's important, super important.
That's what I say. Like, that's the coolest part about being a producer, because, especially nowadays, because back then, producers really didn't get no love.
None, bro.
Producers, there was, and then now it's like producer battles, producer this, and sometimes, producers, like, I guess DJ Khaled can be kind of a producer, right? He's a producer.
He is a producer.
He puts these things together. He was a DJ first or whatnot, or whatever he was.
Yeah.
But also like a Metro Boomin, or like people that put tapes together, you know, or a Mike Will.
A Mike Will, or even a DJ Esco.
They're putting projects out as if they're artists.
If they're or they're signed to them or something like that. And it's like, this is just the homie that I thought was tight. And I figured like Esco was just in the biggest club in Atlanta. It was like, let me sneak this nigga named Future in up in these mixes real quick.
Right, 100%. And like, I think that's really dope, because y'all finally getting that recognition.
Yeah.
Which is dope. Just like you said earlier, that Space Ghost Perp beat, where it was like A$AP Rocky was secondary and he was first. That beat was knocking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, shout out to Rocky. I'm a huge A$AP
Of
fan.
course, you know. And it's not that. And he'll even, like, he knows. Yeah. Everybody, you know. But the thing is that, like, the beat is important. And the people that make these things need to be appreciated.
Absolutely.
And it just goes to show now that they are, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fucking man. As far as like with the branding of yourself and your artistry, have you ever thought about doing merch, or thought about, like, have you ever?
Yeah, and it's been, man, that's probably been the most up and down part.
Yeah.
Of being an artist, is like monetizing yourself, like branding yourself. Cause my first time that I tried to do like merch or like anything like that, I want to say it was either 2018, I think it was like 2017, 2018. And I remember posting, like, I made the sample clothes, put them on myself. Obviously, I couldn't pay no fucking model or nothing like that. So put them on myself, posted like the pictures, and people, like, I had so many people DM me, like, oh, where is this stuff at? Is this your brand? And it was like, yeah. And a lot of people were asking, like, okay, well, how can I support, blah, 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 blah. And I remember, like, okay, this is about to work. I put up a GoFundMe, bro. And after like a month, the only person who donated was my sister, and she put $5.
Nice.
Nice numbers.
Sister came through with
very organic. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that was the first time.
She would probably have put $1. She could have.
Oh yeah, she's like, you know what I'm saying? Go fund me. So shout out to sis. She was there to support.
Probably like $1.
She was there to support.
Hey, no, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, the first time that I tried to do merch, I got like 60 different people asking, "Oh, what is this? Where is it?" Acting like they was ready to go. As soon as I was like, "Oh, I need money to make it." Not there.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's cool.
It's cool.
Just, another thing about being an artist, especially if you're gonna do the independent route, is you learn how to have like side hustles. Like,
yeah.
And I'm not just talking like illegal side hustles, like
right.
go get a job. Learn how to paint. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Make clothes, make cover art. You know, stuff like that. And so I was always handy. Like I've always been doing like labor jobs. My first job was agriculture. I was the only Black American kid out there in the fields with like 40 other.
And what was you like getting, or what was you working in?
Shoot, like, wait, what do you mean was I working in?
Like in the agriculture, like what were you?
Oh, shoot, cauliflower, watermelon, and just the irrigation pipes too.
Wow.
Like once it was all over, they send a whole different team out there to like take everything apart. That's the hardest one, but they pay you more for that one.
Right.
So
damn, that's intense hard labor.
Oh, man. I was passing out like every day, but shit, I was like, I'm getting paid like
$16
to pass out right now.
Damn,
it's all good.
It's all good.
Which back then, I think minimum wage was like 10 or something like that. Different. So like I was good. Yeah, you know, like I was really good.
Shit's a little fucked right now, to be honest. Man.
Yeah. No, I did that for. I think it was like, I want to say 3 or 4 years, maybe 5.
My God.
I did that for a while. And then not only was I getting ready to move up here, but literally just, I don't know if you like see this, my skin literally just could not take it anymore.
Oh my
so it
God.
was just like, yeah, like the doctor told me like, you got to find another job.
Don't go out there.
Yeah,
no
he
more.
was like, they come from a
Damn,
different
that's
country. They know how to do this. Like, just yeah, you gotta find a different job.
Damn.
So,
hey, but 3 years, my dog. You
yeah,
stuck it out.
and yeah, using that money and then putting it into like, but not just like wanting to make my own clothes for myself, but like wearing the clothes that I always wanted to, and then like being able to pay videographers and stuff like that, being able to get my first videos. That literally all came from that. Like literally just waking like 4 a.m. bro, like waking up at not the crack of dawn before that, yeah, and then just
before that sun come up and shit.
And then 12 hours later you get off, everybody's out of school, out of work or whatever, and it's just like, oh, we're at the studio now. It's like, well, shoot, I gotta shower and go.
Yeah,
like
tired as fuck.
So
Still
it's like
burnt.
But I'm not even gonna lie, that made it so
Dedication.
much easier to say what I wanted to say in the booth, because it was just like, when I'm tired, bro, I get mad. Like I'm really irritable.
Yeah.
So like when I get in the booth, I don't really give like,
You got that little flame in you.
I got a little flame in me, so it's just like I got something to say. And I would, oh man, in my early music, I was loud, really, really like almost overly aggressive in my earlier stuff, and a lot of it was just from that, coming out of 115 degree heat, like just dehydrated, mad.
That's for any like new person that has never heard about you, never heard your music. What is one song you can direct them to, or like one visual, or like one thing that kind of you feel represents your music and you to the fullest right now?
Shoot, one song.
Or man, hey, you can say a couple too, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
just like,
let
you
me
know.
give them 3. I'm gonna give them
all
3
right, for
songs.
sure, yeah.
So one is gonna be called Lullaby. That's with my boy Bakari.
Fire.
Who we did a collab album last year called
Fire.
Holy Water. That's on. It's not on all platforms. It's on. It's on Spotify and every other platform except Apple Music, because they was tripping.
Okay.
But everything.
But
else,
it's out though, yeah.
Yeah, it's out. And that was one of my. I think that was my first song to touch like 10,000 on Spotify, which I think that's where it's at.
Fire.
But like, or across all platforms.
Fire.
So that one, Lullaby. Another one called Go Back. That's off a tape called Gold Tape, which like, I know I've said this a lot, but I was raised in church, so I have a very, very strong faith in the Lord.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to do like one tape that was like I was saying, like my first concert was kind of like a Christian rap concert. So I was like, I don't want to do nothing cheesy, but let me just talk about my faith in a cool way. I didn't even really want to call it like a Christian tape or like a gospel tape.
Right.
But I was like,
it was inspired.
It was exactly.
The church, by your upbringing.
Right.
Fire.
And that, funny enough, like that tape is my most popular, like most bought. Like it's like my biggest thing still, like on platforms. And that song is the biggest one.
Because of the whole religious thing, or
do
you think it's because it's clean, or is it
all
clean?
of it? Yeah. So
it's more
all of that.
marketable. It's more like, family friendly. They're playing it.
I've literally had like family friends that have been like waiting for me to do something like that.
That's
like,
awesome.
Like they're just like,
they want to support.
Literally, they're just like, as
just
soon as you drop something that doesn't have cussing in it, I'll buy it. I won't even stream it. Like I'll buy it.
Like,
so as soon as I announced that was happening, like it was a bunch of people were excited, and then when I was able, so I would say like, that was probably the most like hometown support was from that one.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. And one more, or was that the third one?
And then what's the last one? Last one would probably be called Demigod. I did that one with there's an artist named Sadflex. He's from India, and then his friend Thumplord. I might as well throw this in there. So I went to school in India, like college, for pretty much a semester's time.
Wow.
Studying like music over there and live worship over there. And I made a few friends over there, and when I came back, obviously, like I followed them like on Instagram and whatnot.
Yeah, y'all still stay connected.
Yeah, exactly.
Sick.
And they posted one of his songs.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, who is that? Like, and it was similar to the type of music I used to make like years ago.
Fire.
And I was like, yo, who is that? And they were like, oh, this is our classmate. And I was like, yo, send me his contact. And so I sent him some beats with like some of my vocals on them. And he sent back some
open.
Clean, yeah. He just sent back some clean stuff.
What school did you go to out there? What was
it's called the Indian School of Worship. It's
wow.
Yeah. So my dad actually helped start it like years. What was it like? Now it would be, if that was 18 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's I bet that must be really cool for him.
Oh yeah, no, it was
planted that seed and not even knowing years later.
He came to the graduation, bro. Flew 8,000 miles to come see me for one day to walk across the stage. Yeah,
that's love, man.
Bro, like
that's fuck yeah, I'm showing up.
Yeah, no,
I'm not going to work.
No, he was jet lagged, mad.
Just for that 1 hour.
He was there and he was all smiles the whole time he was there.
Hard.
I was like, yeah, bro. And like I was saying, like it started off like he wasn't even really supporting the whole thing at first, but like came to the concert, sent me to that school, came to the graduation. Yeah, Pops is cool, bro. Yeah, definitely.
How was that experience to be somewhere else completely different?
It was up and down. Obviously, you see so many like beautiful things up close that's like you've seen it on like a Google wallpaper, you know, or something like that. But like to actually like see those type of clothes up close and like they have like a color. It's like a color festival there.
Yeah.
To where the whole country plays a game of like. It's like a water fight, but you put dye in the water. Oh, and so I put and you got yellow and
you know what? I've seen photos of that.
Yeah. Like when they were explaining it to me, I was like, "What are y'all talking about?" But then when the day came and I saw it, I was like, "I've seen this before."
It's very familiar.
Hella fun too.
That is so cool, man.
That was cool as heck.
What is the purpose of that, or what is the intention behind that?
Man, if I could remember every little valuable thing.
No. But just being a part of that and experiencing that was, I'm sure, fucking life changing and like inspirational.
Crazy. Yeah, there was so many different things. Now, not everything. I wasn't involved in everything because they got like 45 million different religions over there, and you don't always know, like you don't always know exactly what you're walking into. There's some different places to where it's like, oh, you think it's like a restaurant or something, and no, not
at all. My
it's
dog.
like, what type of chapel is this? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. You gotta walk up out of there.
Damn,
like,
turn around quick. You gotta go.
That was like the down part of it is there was so many different unpredictable things there. That is like there was good unpredictable things, and then there was some things where it was like, oh shoot, like we probably shouldn't stay here for long.
Bro, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Or like some cities were like, because I was going through a couple different cities too. Like there's some cities like Chandigarh that was like rich, like they were kind of like close to like a Los Angeles over there type thing. And then there was the city that my school was in called Lucknow, that they're dirt poor. There's like
so they
poop
hungry
everywhere because of different animals. Yeah. Cows and pigs just like wandering around like they
crazy.
Cool. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's different for sure.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that inspired the music or like put a different sound into your music?
Oh man, I came back because obviously I'm a studio rat. Like I used to, like I was saying, I used to like sneak out to go to the studio. Like,
right.
I always am ready to record at all times.
Facts.
Anywhere, all times. Over there, that was a 5-month break from recording, but I don't consider it a break. It was more like a 5-month sentence to me. Like it was like I couldn't get out my emotions. So like, and plus, like I enjoy certain things over there that are illegal over there.
Wow.
Like over here, so
super illegal.
So super sober the whole 5 months too. Like just like cold turkey. Obviously, like as soon as you get on the plane, like it's a wrap. You know, like you can't do nothing.
And I'm sure you probably talk about herb, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. I'm the type of artist that like I love weed for inspiration, you know.
Exactly.
Especially when it comes to music.
Oh my god.
It's like, especially when you get caught up in the funk. Let's go smoke real quick. We come back. It's like that refresh of that mind.
And so I'm at a music school. You know, feel me? So 3-5 months out there. Like if the program was 3 months, I was out there for a full 5 because I like actually graduated and did stuff after. But like being out there and like having to learn their culture too, because another thing, I don't know if you've ever heard like Punjabi music or anything like that. Key is different. I'm gonna say it like that. Key is different. Like what they consider like a beautiful voice. It
very
sounds
high pitched, right?
Very high pitched, and I can't remember what the word is, but they move their like jugular a lot, so vibrato goes crazy. So very high pitched and going like that type stuff. Yeah. Playing along to that was weird. Like it was super super weird, and it was challenging. Which that's what I went there for, is to be challenged and to learn. But dang, when you getting challenged in genres you don't even necessarily like to just be straight up, or that you don't want.
You can't relate with, really.
You can't relate to it. Like, man, it is so hard to like de-stress. Like I would literally like go through the whole school day and then go back to my dorm and like pick up my guitar and just play something familiar. Yeah. Just so that I had something familiar.
Damn, because they was pumping that shit into your brain oh my god. Because that's their curriculum.
That's
their lifestyle. And you coming from over here.
Yeah, man. It's just like, man, we can't like do
I feel like that makes you a better fucking producer.
That at the end of the day,
because
definitely.
You challenge yourself, and I'm sure you were there and you finished the school, graduated the school. You said, and that doesn't come easy. You got to do the shit. You got to learn the shit. You got to know the shit, man.
Man, there was a couple of days where it's like I wanted to like just I'm like I'm gonna hop on the boat.
Wherever this shit takes me.
Wherever it takes me, it's better than here. I'm out of here, and it's just like, nah, man, just try to go back to sleep. It's a new day tomorrow. Like you got this, and no, I definitely like at this point, I definitely would want to go back and like even teach at the school if it was possible.
Damn, yeah.
Like that would, I feel like that would really bring things full circle if my pops like helped started. Yeah, I graduated.
Now you in.
That's definitely on the goal list. I don't know if it'll happen, but we'll see.
James Jobs in the building today, man. Spirits of the Streets podcast.
Yes, sir.
I'm just happy to be shooting again. I haven't shot honestly in like about 2 weeks.
Oh man,
and I'm really glad that you pulled up to the shop today to really get this in, you know, because I know you come from the other side of town, you know what I'm saying? It's not really a skip, hop, and a jump away. So I really appreciate you just, you know, tapping in with us here.
Nah, man, it's a pleasure.
On the platform. We from what I remember when we met, what I thought was at the studio party. Yeah. But you told me something different.
You want me to tell the story?
You can tell the story. I'm with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But let me just kind of give it some context as far as like when I met you, where I thought I met you, like we're at the studio, the new spot.
Yeah.
And we're having a little warming party, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I was talking to everybody. And then you came through and I remember that you had told me you're from Yuma. Mm-hmm. And like after that we followed up and I put the clip out and we kind of followed up each other. One thing I noticed on your Instagram was that I seen you playing this like piano thing that was like an art piece. What it looked like, it looked like you were playing fucking art, bro, and that shit was crazy, though. Yeah. And from there I could tell that you were a really dope producer because you were actually playing like your keys and like it sounded dope.
Yeah, I usually don't even like most people that follow me didn't even know like I play instruments or nothing like that. They just thought I like make beats and rap.
Yeah, no, but you're definitely a musician. Yeah,
musician first, and then that led to the producing. That so I don't know. Do you know what the NAMM show is?
No.
So NAMM.
NAMM.
It's I don't even know what it stands for, to be honest, but it's like a huge like music, almost like a music gear and music executive like convention type thing.
Wow.
So like
so they're like introducing new things,
new instruments, new software, like different engineers and stuff come and talk about their process. Like I met Mixed by Ali from TDE.
Wow.
Yeah, like he was there. So the drummer that did like most of like Michael Jackson's like biggest hits, his name is Sugarfoot. Got to meet him there.
Fire.
Dumb stuff. And,
so you're really like a music like geek for this shit.
Oh,
like
I'm a historian,
you're
bro.
Like
I'm an encyclopedia. Yeah,
I love that. Yeah. I love that. That's a different passion for it because not only do you know how to create the music and shit, you know all the history and like the inspirations you can pull from. You can be like, yo, I want to sound like this now today, or I want to fuck around and now I'm listening to this week.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, and huge on that. My bad. So we were I passed, that was right after, so I met the Sugarfoot dude, and then as we're passing, I hear the piano at first, and I'm like, somebody's going crazy, like what's going on? And I see like a little crowd around something, and I see it's a Yamaha like exhibit thing, like going from the ceiling to the floor.
And this was tall. This isn't.
It was tall, yeah.
High ceilings.
Oh yeah. It was like it was in the like a convention center, so it was like a big It was up there. And so I'm passing, and there was this Asian dude just going crazy. And then as soon as I was there with my uncle. His name's Nico Ellison. He's actually we can get to him too. But he's the one that brought me there. As soon as we go to pull our phones out to like record him, he stops and he's like, "That's so cool," and just gets up and walks away. And then there's like 10 other people that are like, and they're like waiting to film something, and I'm like,
I'm about to hop in.
Hop in. Let me tag me in real quick. So I'm just like, bro, keep them cameras rolling real quick. I'm gonna do something. So, so I just get on there. I'm like, I know like 3 chords by heart that I could just mess around with. So I just was literally just messing around, like, and then that clip, it got like a couple thousand views. Like,
bro, it's a vibe.
Yeah,
it was a vibe. I didn't know I was looking at you for a second. I didn't know. I was like, oh shit, I know this guy.
Yeah,
I'm thinking I'm seeing, you know, some shit you see on the internet. It's just really
no,
dope.
That's what people were telling me.
But
they
it
were
was like just know it was you. And then after I clicked, I was like, oh shit, homie knows how to get down.
Yeah, so many people were like, I did not know, bro. I did not know it was like that. And it was like, to me, it was like, I'm not even crazy on the piano or nothing, but I can put something together. And the art piece, it was just this big acoustic piano that was like spread down from like ceiling to eye level, and they just had like a stool just like this, and I was just like, all right, they want to film something, I want to play it anyway, like whether someone's here or not, so like let me just do something. And luckily I didn't completely mess up.
Nah, that's a fact, man. Yeah, so like, you know, me just even just now, like, I don't really know you. Just getting to sit here and chop it up with you and get to know you, you know, on a deeper level is just, it's great content, first of all. But like for myself, is I really get to know you a little better, you know what I'm saying? And like see the inspiration behind who you are, you know what I'm saying? Behind the whole movement and everything. And the forefront of it is music.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, like the forefront of it is the art of music. And I just want to take this moment, like, do you have any words of inspiration maybe for a younger you, or like any you know, anybody out there that wants to either do music or just do anything?
Shoot, you said younger you. I'm gonna talk to him real quick.
Yeah,
bro.
Facts. Dope.
Man, Mally, if you could hear this, bro. First off, keep tapped in with God. That's what's gonna keep you alive. Like not just, you know, in music. It's not just gonna keep you in some good situations. It is literally gonna keep me alive. Trust me on that one. Just stay tapped in with God. Say your prayers, and keep doing something creative every single day. Be more obedient, but don't stop being adventurous. And I promise, like, things are gonna work out for you. Be
more obedient, but don't stop being adventurous.
Yeah, man.
I love that. No, that's fire. Yeah. So I know you said just to talk to yourself a little bit, but now how about just like words of inspiration for anybody? Just like
I'm gonna say the same thing every day, like every single time I get this mic. Do something creative every single day. If you just have the chance to do something creative every single day, it does not have to. Even if your dreams are to be a musician, that doesn't mean you don't have to do 5 beats a day, 3 summers, whatever the hell, you know, that whole number or whatever. Paint, you know what I'm saying? Journal, go for a run, you know what I'm saying? Like, join like Muay Thai, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a martial art. Like, there's so many different ways. Like, art is such a big word that most people don't understand. When it's like, oh yeah, make a piece of art every day. Most people like me, they'll think, oh yeah, make a beat every day. No, bro. Like, cook your own meal. Don't just go to McDonald's. Do something creative every single day, and naturally, those things are gonna just become like, you're just habitually gonna be a creative person. And then naturally you're gonna like end up in situations like this.
Facts.
Just around creative people.
Facts. That's amazing. Yeah, definitely, man. Especially like for those out there that have this itch to create but feel like you're suppressed by, you know, your parents or maybe just your family and friends that don't support you. Just believe in yourself. Or
location. Yeah. If any Yuma people that hear this, I don't want to hear no more excuses. That's really stupid. Like, Fact. You have the internet too. There's like 3 different studios now. Fact. There's plenty of different venues where a bunch of like stuff is going. So I'm so glad that you asked about the Yuma scene earlier. Yeah. Real quick, shout out to Marshall Davis. Shout out to Mikey Wizard. Shout out to Ryan Snow. Bakari. Yeah, all of my favorite Yuma artists, man. Steven Zavala. Everybody, yeah, Abby Lent, everyone.
Yuma, tap in with me. I'm trying to pull up and do some interviews.
For real, I'll take you down there myself. Are you kidding me?
Nah, definitely. I would love to. I really would love to take this just on the road and everywhere and tap in with different scenes. Not only just the hip hop, but just artists. Just like you said, art.
Art.
You feel me?
Such a big word.
A big word, and life is art. Life imitates art. Art imitates life. You feel me? In the sense of like, you said be creative. Like, every day you have the opportunity to be creative in the simplest ways, just like you said. Cook your own food.
Yeah.
And that right there
that's
is like
a chance to be creative, man.
Gem, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's easy just to go pay you know, but actually buying the stuff, cooking it yourself, sitting down, cleaning up after, like, that's all a whole process of just being alive, you know what I'm saying? To the max. In the simplest way, you know what I'm saying? But that's dope. I love that, man. Before we wrap this up, like, is there anything that you think we didn't get to talk about or didn't get to promote?
Shoot. I do have actually I have an EP coming out on the 25th.
Fire.
Featuring 5 Zans is gonna be on there.
Fire.
It's the homie Cinco. Yeah. There's gonna be some production and another feature by my little homie. He has so many different names. He goes by Zach the Poet. He also goes by I'm Kevin as a producer. I believe I'm Kevin is his producer name and Zach the Poet is his rapper name, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
But he's gonna be on there as well. Got like hella joints with him actually. And then just more collaborations with like the LSG Prada and them. I'm definitely gonna be more tapped in with them. And then an album called From Me to You is gonna be dropping in about a month. So,
nice. You guys, like I said, down below, make sure you tap into the socials and other links that are down there, and follow up with my guy. You know, if you're looking for beats, hit him up. If you're looking for features, hit him up. You know what I'm saying?
About anything creatively, if I can't do it, I'll point you in the right direction.
And that's dope. You know, I love that connecting. You know, because that's the way that I look at it. And if not only do I want to be part of the process, if I can just help alley-oop some shit, like that's me being part of the process in some way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe we weren't meant to make the banger, but you and the homie, like, y'all mix way better. Y'all vibe. I'm like, y'all go up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know, it's for the love of the art at the end of the day, man. Yeah, so like I said, man, thank you again for pulling up, man. I really, really appreciate that, man. I fucking, you know, thank you guys for watching. This has been another episode of Spirits of the Streets podcast. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, bless up.
Bless up.